Alright guys, so everything's assembled. You see I put on the rubber feet. You just adhesive, so it's pretty easy. And then you go ahead and screw it in. I will let you guys know that you are threading this screw into plastic, so it's pretty easy to strip. So it's better to leave this just a tiny bit loose than too tight. So be gentle with that. But as long as you're gentle with that, it should be okay. Alright, now you have your mini-con. And when it comes to the keycaps, right, these are G20 keycaps from Pimp My Keyboard. And I like these. Well, Mon uses them, Cami uses them, and it's because they are basically flat. They do have a slight angle to them, as you can see. They're a little bit different, so make sure they're all oriented the same way. I do prefer mine where like you have this slant usually should face away from you, so then the caps are kind of angled towards you. I think it feels a little bit better, but you can try whatever you want, see how it is. Same thing for the 2U caps, as well as the 1U, although, yeah. And all you do is you take it, you just match it up, this Cherry MX caps, you go ahead and you just press them on. You see there's really little deck flex on this one. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Alright, and then when it comes to the knobs, right? For your Arduino Pro Micro, you'll usually get these pin headers that you don't need because, well, they're too tall. So that's why we hardwire these. But they make really good spacers. They're super thin. And if you take a look here on the encoders, there's like a small nub where the encoder kind of sticks through to make it stop like auto rotating. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, make sure you do put on the washer first and then the nut. Go ahead, take some needle nose pliers and crank it down a little bit, not too much, but just make sure it's pretty snug. And then you take these and you line up a pin with the nub. You go ahead, you slide that over. And then when you take your knobs, make sure that the grub screw is on the flat side. So the flat is right here and the grub screw should also face outward. And then with this lined up, this will basically make a spacer so that when you turn the knob, it won't keep rubbing against this. And this is really easy and makes it consistent on both sides. So you just take this, put it right there, and slide this over. Make sure you push down all the way, sometimes it gets stuck. And let me see if I can screw this in without retaking a shoot. Alright, there's one, as you see. And slide that out. And then for this one, just do the same thing. Line it up. Take the knob, slide it over. And then screw it in. Ideally, I would hold this down while screwing it in, but I'm holding the camera. You are tightening the grub screw onto the plastic. Encoders are plastic for the shaft in this case, so you can tighten them a little bit, but if you crank them, you might damage the plastic, so just do also be careful Just hand tight. Don't need to crank it real hard. And yeah, I guess that's it. Now you are basically done. So if you take your USB cable, and you can go ahead and plug it in. You can go ahead and make sure everything works on the computer like you did earlier, so you didn't make sure you didn't break anything. It's a SDVX, and enter. All right, that's it. Enjoy your Pocket Voltics.